Well, I don't care, do I?
What's the matter, Boyle? You tired or something? You like watching other people work, do you?
I just asked them if they wanted some tea.
You don't ask, Boyle. You look. And you say, there's a mate of mine over there working hard. I can see the sweat running down his face.
They're not working that hard.
Yeah, I know. You think I'd better like a cup of tea. I won't ask him, though. I'll just turn up all of a sudden, like, and say, here's your teammate.
They don't want any.
What do they want, then? A bag of cherries?
Yeah, but that's all I do, isn't it? Make the tea. Saw a bit of wood. I want to learn something.
Make the tea, Boyle. Make the tea. How much longer do you reckon you'll be on this? A couple of hours.
You haven't forgotten about this afternoon? You said you'd give me the afternoon off.
Why do you want to join the Navy?
I don't know. I've been thinking about it for a long time. It seemed like I might be able to get somewhere.
And you aren't now?
Well, all I do is make the tea all day. I asked the foreman if I could learn something, but...
He thinks you ought to learn to make the tea first, eh?
Yeah, it's not what I went there for, is it?
And why did you go there? There are other jobs.
What, you mean in the factory or something? My brother does that. Who wants to drill holes all day?
Who wants to make tea all day? There's plenty of jobs you won't like doing in the Navy, and the discipline's tougher.
Yes, but I'd be something, wouldn't I?
We'll see, shall we?
Well, you've got 30 minutes to complete this test. When I tell you to stop, even though you haven't finished, you stop. Are there any questions? Start now.
Now, what can you see?
Nothing. Oh, wait a minute. Red and green, is that right?
Good. Well, you're not exactly Hercules Unchained, but your sight's all right. Get dressed, please.
All right, Gardner, you want to learn something, right? You want to learn a trade and to learn it properly from people who really know them.
Yes, I do.
Well, there's various trades open to you. Perhaps we ought to start with the obvious one first, the seaman branch. Seaman today is very much a specialist with two main jobs, what we call working the ship and fighting the ship. And today, that doesn't only mean guns, torpedoes and anti-submarine mortars, but guided missiles as well. The Seaman's branch provides lookouts, crews for the ship's boats, helps with refueling a ship while it's underway. There are lots of other jobs too. He might be one of a boarding party if piracy is suspected. Of course, you might want to be a cook, another specialist. You end up being able to cook pretty well anything. You will also be taught how to plan, cost and produce a full four-course menu. And if you pass all your exams, you're recognised by the Hotel and Catering Institute. Perhaps you're interested in becoming a medical assistant. Each one of the doctor's right-hand men, serving, like everyone in the Royal Navy, at home and overseas. Stores accountant. Radio operator. Naval air mechanic. Engineering mechanic, writer, electrical mechanic, steward. There's a lot you can do in the Navy, and each trade is a good trade, with a real opportunity for promotion.
Fried eggs, chips and peas, twice, please.
As I pointed out, Gardner, it's not all roses. There's the tough side too. When it's tough, it's really tough. But all in all, there aren't many who join the Navy who don't think they're pretty smart.
Fine.
And you still want to join? And if I recommend you as an electrical mechanic, you'd want that? All right, but we'll need your mother's permission first. She'll have to agree.
He's not getting 50 quid out of me.
They're dangerous things, motorbikes, anyway. You want to see the way they'll ride them along the bypass. Girls on the back, too.
That's the trouble, isn't it? The girls egg them on. And that one my Reggie's going out with now, she's told him. She says she'll be off with someone else if Reggie doesn't get a bike soon.
Never.
Mind you, good riddance, I say. She can't have had a bath for a month at least.
Your Terry looks smart, though.
Terry?
Yes, Dave, the town. I didn't recognise him at first in his suit and everything.
Bye.
Come on, Mum, I've got to get out.
Where's Terry?
How should I know?
Mrs. Davies saw him down the town today. Why wasn't he at work?
Well, I expect he strained himself lifting the tea bags. No, I told you this morning I had to be out by 6.
Don't look so worried, Mum. I've only joined the Navy.
That's better, boyo. It's nice to see a lad taking an interest, like. Worth learning, that is.
What? Making tea?
No, taking an interest.
It's just no good, that's all. Who's going to pay the extra money when he goes off? I'm not.
It's what he wants to do, Reg.
Now it is, but what happens after a few weeks when he's crying to come home? I mean, look at him. He's as weak as a baby. They'll kill him. And if you say he can't go, he can't go. It's as simple as that.
Oh, I wouldn't want to do that.
I'm sure you wouldn't. Not to dear little Terry. I couldn't have a few measly quid for that bike, could I? But him...
You are sure, aren't you, Terry?
But I'll send you some money every week, Mum.
Better read this, then.
Hey, Mum, I've got it. I've got to go next Monday.
You going to Plymouth?
Yeah, you?
Yeah.
HMS Raleigh.
What?
I thought you might be joining the Navy.
Joining the Navy? Are you mad?
Come on then, look lively. That can't nothing.
Put your arm on your hip. Doesn't hurt at all. Right, don't get weighed. Next, please.
Dave, you got here a bit early, didn't you?
Yeah, well, I jumped the queue.
Right, you're now in the Royal Navy. I know that, and you know that. But nobody else could be blamed for thinking otherwise. And that's what your Part 1 training is about. Making you look like sailors. Making you behave like sailors. Making you fit and fast and someone your mother would hardly recognize.
General salute! Present! Now, you idiot! You're supposed to be at the present! Report to me! Move yourself! The present is the highest salute you can give anybody!
When you get aboard ship, the lockers will be about 3/4 these size, so now you've got to get them 6 inches by 12 inches so that you get used to it.
Detail, stand up. Stand back in the rear. Second detail, prone position, lie down. 10 rounds deliberate, at your own target, go on.
Naval slang and the various nicknames is something you're going to need to know. Otherwise you're going to seem like Englishmen abroad. Words like clanger. Well, I think you all know what clanger means, as most of you have dropped at least one since you've been here.
1, 2, 3, 4. Keep together back there.
Now we know the ship is divided into 3 parts. Part 1, forward section. Part 2, the midship section. And Part 3, the after section. All right? Now that's all right if we just want to float. If we want to move, we've got to know where we're going, haven't we?
Is Terry coming over tonight?
No, we had a kid inspection. His locker looked like a Chinese laundry. He's over there doing it now.
Oh, no, he's not.
You finished, have you?
Listen, Brains, at least I know the back end of his ship's not called about.
That was a mistake.
You're telling me. Dave, if he ever gets to Collingwood next week, they must be really short of radio mechanics.
You know, it just doesn't seem as though we've been here long enough, does it? It's gone so fast.
Yes. Well, you can have it all again if you like, but 1 more week's long enough for me.
Can't be any worse, can it?
You do look different. You know that, don't you? Only Reg could see you now.
He couldn't come?
No, well, he's a bit busy, really. Anyway, what happens now you've finished here?
Well, we go to a place called Collingwood.
Where's that?
It's near Portsmouth. Bob's coming with me. You know, I wrote and told you about him.
Oh, yes. And the other one, David, is his name?
Oh, yeah. Well, David's doing his second part here, you see. He's a seaman.
You have changed. And you like it?
Yes, I do, Mum. Well, I don't really have time to think about not liking it, you know. And at Collingwood, we'll have to work even harder. You know, really concentrate.
The switchboard is dead, and we have to put a diesel generator onto a dead switchboard. We have the frequency control.
Right, we're feeding in 1 kilocycle from the signal generator. When you have this switch to calibrate...
From the glass capsule come the 3 leads, the emitter, the base, and the collector.
Excuse me, sir. I don't understand. Which direction is the magnetic field?
Well, if you look, Gardner, actually on here, you can see that I've marked the lines of force with an arrow.
The result you should get from this test is a gradual drooping line like that. Scoville and Gardner, come over here and I'll show you how to run up the machine. The motors run up by gradually bringing over this resistance like that, and the output voltage from the generator. This is the construction of the machine. The field system, the armature which when inserted inside here will rotate, and as you can see the full construction over here. The field system, the armature, the brush gear which will supply power, which when controlled from here will start rotation.
This is the problem we have to overcome then in starting our three-phase induction motor in service. And to do this we use, Gardner, pay attention. If I press the starting button now, you'll see the high starting current compared with the very low running current when the machine is up to speed.
It sounds to me, Reg, as though you're ashamed to go out with your own brother.
It's not him, it's that uniform. How can I go to a party like it was carnival night?
Look, Reg, it doesn't matter.
Of course it matters. Terry comes home here and you do your best to ignore him.
Don't talk rubbish. If he puts on a suit, he can come. That's all I'm saying.
The one suit I've got's about 5 sizes too small for me.
Well, please yourself.
Go on, Terry. You'll enjoy yourself much more than sitting at home with me.
Motorways are so exciting, transport cafes so inviting. City to city, living from a bag. It's a drag. City to city, town to town. In the wagon, Peter smiling soon, and Peter watching.
Cheers!
You're Reg's brother, are you? Not much alike, are you?
That's his problem.
Oh, are you gonna stand for that then?
Just watch it.
Ugh, I've seen better.
Oh, he's very funny, isn't he?
I think so.
Well, admit he looks funny. I mean, that's a good bit of gear, that suit. Doesn't even fit.
Oh, Reg, why didn't you shut up?
It's all right, Sheila. Drilling holes all day. You must get pretty twisted.